House Oversight Committee is committed to getting answers. We're committed to transparency. We're going to continue to seek the truth, try to figure out how the government failed the victims, and try to hopefully hold more people accountable.
That's Kentucky Congressman James Comer. He's the chairman of the House Oversight Committee. Today, the committee questioned former President Bill Clinton behind closed doors about any ties to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Well, he said he saw nothing and did nothing wrong. Thanks for sticking with us here at 4:30. I'm Connie Leonard. President Clinton's testimony comes a day after his wife, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, was deposed by the same group of lawmakers. ABC's Perry Russell takes a look.
In his opening statements released online, former President Bill Clinton says he had a brief acquaintance with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein that ended years before Epstein's crimes came to light. The former president writing in part, "As someone who grew up in a home with domestic abuse, not only would I not have flown on his plane if I had any inkling of what he was doing, I would have turned him in myself and led the call for justice for his crimes, not sweetheart deals." Clinton facing the Republican-led House Oversight Committee and its investigation into Epstein. The former president questioned a day after his wife, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, was deposed.
Yesterday, Ms. Clinton deferred a lot of questions to her husband today. There were at least a dozen times when she said, "You'll have to ask my husband that. I can't answer that."
Democrats on the committee say they want to ask the former president about Epstein's finances, Epstein survivors, and any foreign intelligence.
President Clinton's sworn statement said that he had no knowledge of the crimes that were committed, and I know that we're committed to asking tough questions about that today.
Democrats today renewing their call to depose President Trump.
He appears in the Epstein files next to Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell almost more than anybody else.
Appearance in the files is not evidence of wrongdoing. President Trump has consistently denied all allegations and any wrongdoing in connection to Epstein or knowledge of Epstein's crimes.
Are you concerned at all about President Bill Clinton being deposed and that sets precedent for you and your family?
I don't like seeing him deposed, but, they certainly went after me a lot more than that. Look, I like him, and I don't like seeing him deposed.
It comes as the Department of Justice overnight restored a picture that appears to show Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick visiting Epstein's private island. A DOJ official says the picture was taken down in a batch of files that were flagged for nudity. There is no nudity in the picture. Lutnick has strongly denied any wrongdoing. Democrats again today calling for Lutnick to testify. Congressman James Comer says it's very possible. In his opening statement, former President Bill Clinton defended his wife, saying she had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. Congressman James Comer says it's possible the recordings of the depositions could be released as soon as today. Perry Russell, ABC News, New York.
Neither President or Secretary Clinton have been accused by law enforcement of any wrongdoing related to Epstein. Chairman Comer says the video of Thursday's deposition will be released as soon as possible.